Right, let's start today's session. So in the last session, we were discuss about fundamental concepts in Python. Like these are the fundamentals and most important fundamentals. Comment section in Python, keywords or reserved words in Python, indentation, identifiers, variables, and multiple assignment. Okay. Today, I'm going to discuss about data types in Python. Yes. So as I said in the last session, Python is a dynamically typed programming language. Okay. Python is a dynamically typed programming language. No need to uh, no need to include any data type while declaring the variable because uh, at the time of program execution, automatically based on its value, data type will be decided. Okay, that is what dynamically type. But it doesn't mean that Python do not support data types. It's having a lot of data types. Okay, so what is data type here? Data type is used to represent data type is used to represent what type of what type of value, what type of value, what type of values, what type of values are going to store inside the variable, inside the variable, inside the variable. Okay. Data type is used to represent what type of values are going to store inside the variable. Who will decide which type of values we are going to store inside the variable? Data type will decide. So data type is used to represent what type of values are going to store inside the variables. Okay. So Python supports the following data types. So basic data types are there here first. These are the basic data types. Basic data types. Basic data types. And the sequence data types. Sequence data types are advanced data types also there. Sequence data types. So basic data types are these. First one is none. Second one is numeric. Numeric classified into these types: int, float, bool, complex. And coming to the sequence data types, these are the sequence data types: string, list, tuple, set, dictionary, range, bytes, byte array, frozen set. These are the sequence data types, frozen sets. Okay. Structures also. Yes, data structures completely. Python data structures. It's very, very important in real time. And even in our programming implementation, application implementation, data structures will be play important role here. So data structures or sequence data types, we can call it as. Okay. These are advanced data types or sequence data types. Now coming to the float data types are float. So into float, bool, complex are there. No, these are numeric data types. These are the basic data types. None, numeric. Numeric classified into these types, into float, bool, complex. These very commonly used data types. Okay, these are the basic data types. One by one, we will discuss with practical implementation. First, I'll talk about none. Generally, when you don't want to store any value inside the variable, then you should say none. In other languages, programmers will call it as null, N-U-L-L, null. In other programming languages, we have to declare null value. But in Python, there is no null. Okay. Let me show you practical implementation. But before that, let me open PyCharm community editor because we have to open the project, existing project. I'm trying to open existing project here. So this is not your project. In previous class, which project I opened, that is opening directly. So you know already. If you want to open your existing project, go to File menu of PyCharm. We can click on Open option, and you can choose the location where you saved your project. I saved my project in D drive. That is Python project at 7 a.m. I'm just selecting it and click on it and this window. So now it is opening our project. So let's discuss one by one data types today. So I'm giving basic idea of this all data structures today. Okay, I'm not going to discuss complete discussion because there are a lot of discussion is required, especially in this area, data structures. It will take minimum 1 week to discuss all these data structures, but not at this time. Later we'll start. Once you got the logical programming idea using Python script, then we will start all these sequence data structures in detail. But today, what I will give overview completely all these data structures. Okay. First, we'll talk about none. None means what? When we don't want to store any value in the variable, then we can say that is none. None representation. Suppose let's A is a variable. Here A is variable. Okay. Value is 10 only. So what type of value I'm storing here? 10 value, that is integer type. So while declaring data variable in Python, you need not to specify any data type I said. So now you can see print type of A also. We can go. Type is a built-in function to get data type of the variable. Once I run this, 10 value will be stored into A variable. We are printing A variable value 10, and we are getting type of A also integer type. So in case if we don't want A, then how we can say that? Will you say null? No. Null will not work in Python. Null will work in other languages. Okay, in other languages, programmers will use null. Null means they don't want to store anything inside the variable, null representation. But in Python, we got error. Name null is not defined. So instead of null, we use what actually? None. None means nothing is there in this variable only. Once I run this, now you can see we got this none type only. So none is nothing but at this situation, in this situation, I'm not going to store any value to the variable. That is what none I'm saying. Nothing I'm going to store inside the variable. Once I run this, now you can see none. Later, whenever you want to store the value here, then you can store the value. After removing none, you can store the value. Now it is integer type. Okay. So int, float, bool, complex or numeric type. So int, float, I'm going to discuss first. These two are very, very commonly used data types in Python programming, int and float. So coming to the here, this is integer. For example, if I give this 10.9, then float type of value it is. And here I want to explain you typecasting mechanism. Typecasting means what actually? Typecasting is the process of converting from one data type to another data type. So for example, I have a 10. So this is integer type. So if I want to convert this integer type to float type, it's possible. How to do this? B equals to float of A and print B, print type of B. That's all. So look at here, A is holding what? 10 value. It is what type? It is integer type. This integer type 10, I'm just converting into what? Float. After conversion, it will be stored into B is another variable. So print B, I'm printing that float value also. I want to know whether B is float type or not. Okay, this successfully convert or not. Look at this example. 10 is integer type and 10.0 is what? Actually float type only. Got my point? At the same time, here we are converting from integer to float. At the same time, we can convert from float to integer also. 10.9 to integer I'm trying to convert. Integer. Value is what? Actually 10.9. Will be converted into what format? Integer format. We are trying to convert into integer. Now let's run this. Float is 10.9. Then the integer value is what? Actually 10 only. So we are converting from float to integer only. This type of typecasting is required whenever generally you are trying to accept values at runtime. So I will show you how to accept values at runtime. What is the problem here? Okay. So let us consider the program. Okay, let us consider the program. So this program you just consider. Otherwise, let's move to other program. This program. Here I'm taking name. I'm taking name equals to something like Durga soft. Okay, printer. So your name is then I'm giving what? Name attribute, name variable here. So this is the variable, this is the value. Inside the program only, I'm just assigning value to my variable. So now coming to this, your name is so and so, Durga Soft is coming. But sir, I would like to accept this value like name at runtime. Runtime in a sense, at the time of program execution, I want to accept. How I can do that? So to accept values at runtime using Python or in Python, there is a function called built-in function. Input function is there. Input function. So name equals to input of enter. Here we have to ask enter your name. Enter your name, sir. So name equals to input of enter your name. Print your name is name. Okay, now coming to this, you enter your name is asked. You have to give input at runtime. At the time of program execution, we have to give input. My input is just I'm giving name as Mohan. As soon as whenever we are inputting, how we can able to input values? Because of input function. Input is an input function which is used to allow to give input values at runtime. Print is an output function which is going to display output to the user. As soon as when we hit the enter button, after enter your name, then you can see your name is Mohan is coming. Mohan is going to store here only. So this is what actually string value. Just try to get the type of name. What type it is? String type. Just observe here. String type only or no? Yes, it is string type only, obviously. This is string type. Enter your name. Just I'm taking Mohan. So class what is actually string type only, str. Your name is Mohan, string type only. This is no problems. But if I want to accept integer values at runtime, let me add one more Python file, test2. I would like to add integer values at runtime. For example, a equals to 10, b equals to 20. Okay, 20. Then c equals to what actually? A plus b and 10. Print. Result is, what is that? C value. So I would like to add two numbers here. Just I'm giving a value, b value inside the program. We are printing this C value, a plus b 31. Fine, it's fine. But this values also I want to accept at runtime. How? Simple. Again, input function, just ask, enter num1. And here, again, input function I'm using, enter num2 here, num2. But in this program, you can see the logic, how it is going to be displayed. And same previous program, what I discussed, input function through I'm expecting name, no? So here also, input function through I'm expecting some numbers like first number, second number. So the result is 30, sum is 30, it should come. But now the result is, you can see, As soon as when we give input value 10 and second input value 20, we are expecting 10 plus 20, 30, but we are getting the result is what? 10, 20. Why? The reason is this is called string concatenation. It's not integer arithmetics. Means arithmetic values, arithmetic addition, it is not performing. So why it is coming 10, 20 like this? So strictly remember, this is the important point. In Python programming, whatever the values you are trying to accept at runtime, means at the time of program execution, that all values will be treated as what? String by default. String. It will treat string only. So according to your requirement, you have to convert them string into integer or in string into float. According to your requirement, you have to convert. But implicitly, it will not convert. So in this situation, I need typecasting. Typecasting means I want to convert from one data type to another data type. But here by default, whatever I'm giving input values like A value 10, B value 20. So 10, 20 integer values I'm entering. But your application will be treated as what? String only. So that's what here string representation. You may get doubt, sir, what is the guarantee this 10 and 20 is going to treat it as string or not? Let me give the proof here. Print type of A so that you will come to know clearly what type it is. After entering B also, print type of B so that you will consider like what is the type of B here. So once I run this, enter num 10 value, you can see what type it is, string type only. Enter num2 20 value, then what type it is, string type only. Here two strings are concatenating. Two integers are not arithmetic addition. Result also string, two strings are adding string only result. So what I want to do, I want to consider this is a number, this is a number. So Python, by default, whatever you are going to accept values at runtime, it will treat it as string only. If you want to convert from string to integer, then we use conversion specification. How to do? Now you can see x equals to x is my other variable. X is my other variable, int of a. Then print type of x. X type is what type it is? Integer type only now. Similarly, y equals to int of b. Okay, printer type of what actually? Y only I'm taking. Y only. Now this time you can see I am taking input value for a. Unfortunately, that input value a is what actually string. This string type I'm converting into integer and store x. I want to know you what type of x here. X is integer type only. Same next b value also I'm accepting. That b also will be considered as string. This b is converting into integer and stored into y variable. And here we have to do c equals to x plus y I have to do. Why? Because x and y are integer formats. After converting, we are storing x and y values are integer. So look at here first initially whenever I try to enter 10, 10 is actually it is treated as string only. We just convert them into integer, no? A value, that is 10 value, converted into string, integer, string, and it will be integer format here. Okay. So next, second number 20. Also first it is treated as string and we are converting into integer. 10 plus 20, 30 values. 10 plus 20, 30 value. The result is 30. Okay. This is the way to do it. But you may get doubts. To add just two numbers, this much of code is required. Not required. Just for your understand, I'm just including all step by step what's going to happen. So same program, we can see this how I'm going to simplify. Okay, test 3, same program. This and this same. But directly you can be able to do this. Int of, input of, enter, num1. This is 5. B equals to int of, input of, enter, num2. That's all. Directly you can print result is. What is that? A plus B. So call this program and this program, both are same. But this is step by step because you have to understand what's going to happen internally. So that's what I included all these steps. But here, As usual, whenever I accept integer values at runtime, enter num1, that will be converted into integer. After converting integer, immediately it will store into a1. Again, here also input function through I'm accepting one value. That value will be stored into integer, and integer type conversion it will store into B. We are getting result is absolutely two integer numbers. Any numbers you can add 23, 56, then 79 result is come. Okay, in case, sir, if I provide a float values, then obviously it will give wrong. Means value error, exception is coming. Because you are declaring as an integer accept conversion, but you are trying to float values, if you want to add, you can convert the float conversion like float, FLOAT float. Will accept integers as well as floating also. 23 plus 45.67, 68.67. Got my point? So in Python programming, the values which are accepting at runtime, that values by default will be treated as string only. If you want to convert from string to integer or float, then you have to use conversion specification clearly. So this program demonstrates clearly what's happening internally every time, every line. This line accepting num that will stored here. This will be treated as string. String will be converted into integer and stored into other variable. So that's what we are doing x plus y. So this is somewhat lengthy. Just for your understanding point of view, I'm just discussing this program. But you can do this one to add two numbers by runtime. Once you can look in this example, I am not using any conversion. Okay, directly I'm using input function. Enter your name. Your name is, for example, Sai. Not your convert them into integer. So we are converting integer. So only runtime values you can convert. Got my point? The third program, A value, P value here. Okay, this is only runtime values you can convert. For example, in next program, for example, you can see test 4 is there, test 4. So here A value 10, B value 20, printer result is A plus B I'm taking. A plus B. Here we are not converting, no? It's not required because value is already declared inside the program only. Based on the value time of program interpreter will decide for A is integer, for B is integer. So no need to convert here. Okay, but this program during the runtime means you are accepting input values during the program execution. But we don't know, interpreter don't know what type of values programmer will enter. So the value based on their input, we have to be converted. Implicitly, it will not convert. So only conversion mechanism applicable for accepting values at runtime only, sir. If you give values already inside the program, you need not to convert. Directly, these values are treated as integer only because Python is a dynamically typed language. Based on the value, data type will decide for your variable only. Okay, this is int float conversion specification, how to accept values at runtime. There is a bool data type is there. Bool is also a commonly used data types. We can use this bool data type to represent Boolean values. The only allowed values for bool data type is true or false, either true or false based on its condition. And internally, Python represents true as 1 and false as 0 in the bool context. Got my point? Bool data type is used to represent Boolean values. The only allowed values for this bool data type is actually true and false based on condition. Internally, Python represents true as 1 and false as 0 only. True as 1 and false as 0. True as 1 and false as 0. Let's see this example. So for example, here, my condition is like this. A equals to 10. Any values you can take. B equals to 20. Okay, C equals to A less than B and B. Print C. Print type of C here. Type of C. print type of C. A value 10, B value 20, C equals to A less than B, print C, print type of C here. Okay, now let's run this. True here, class bool here, class bool. So because A value less than B, less than is the operator. Yes, I will discuss complete operators also in next session most probably, don't worry about it. So there are so many operators are there, arithmetic operators, logical, membership, identity operators, relationship operators, lot of operators are there in Python. It is one of the operator that is a relational operator less than is I'm using. So 10 less than 20, correct. If I use greater than 10 greater than 20, not correct. Obviously, it is also Boolean representation false. False means it is bool type only. It's based on condition. But I'm saying that in Python programming, internally, Python represents true as 1 and false as 0. Suppose here print C, C value is what? False only. I want to convert that into integer type. So for example, int of C means false. False means what? Integer value 0. If it is true means condition I'm changing, A less than B. A less than B means 10 less than 20, correct. So type of C, true only. True value integer type conversion 1 only. That is 1. So true represent 1 and false represent 0. Suppose, observe here, A equals to true. A equals to true. Print true. Print A. Print A. But just here, this true is not correct actually, because in this true is a keyword. In key true, key capital letter in the keyword list. You can observe keyword list, we got this. We included in the previous example, import keyword, print keyword dot aw list. So using these two lines, you will get complete keyword list in Python or not? Yes, in this keyword list, you can observe here true T capital or not, and none N capital, false F capital. These three capital letters starting, but remaining all keywords are lowercase only. That's what here T or U. True means it is giving error because there is no keyword, such kind of keyword true. So I'm going to use this true, print A, print a type of A. Okay, so this is true. This is true. And if you want to say print int of A, what is what actually? 1. Int of A in the sense 1, that is 1 value. So got my point? So this is the Boolean expression. For example, you can try to understand. I want to print true plus true. How much it is? True represent 1. True represent 1. The result is what? 2. Okay. And to do 9 plus true. Result is what? 10. Because 9 plus true is what? 1. Suppose your printer 5 plus false. 5 only. Because false is 0. 5 plus 0, 5 only. So this is bool data type. So based on condition, either it return true or false only. And there is one more data structure. Data type is the complex data type. A complex number is in the form of real part and as well as imaginary part. Real and imaginary combination, that is called complex value. Complex is in the form of real and imaginary. But normally, according to mathematical representation, generally, real and complex numbers will be like this. For example, A plus BI is there. I means imaginary part. Normally, but in Python, A plus B, J will represent. J means imaginary representation, but there is no meaning, but J is going to represent. I will not work out here. So if you take any two numbers, complex value, how it will generate? Look like, suppose A value, A value 2, B value 3, C equals to, I want to do complex of, here you can say complex of A comma B, complex of A comma B, print C, print type of C, what type it is? What type it is? 2 plus 3J, complex type only. J is there, you can see this. It is real part and it is imaginary part. So I'm trying to convert this A and B values into complex type and stored into C and print C, print type of C. You can also extract the real part and imaginary part. So there is attributes are there, C dot real. C is your complex value dot real attribute. C dot imaginary imag is there, imaginary. So real part and imaginary parts we are extracting from this complex type 2.0, 3.0. And we can add two complex numbers. We can subtract two complex numbers like this. How to do? B is equal to 2 plus 3j. This is one complex file. B equals to 4 plus 6j, another complex value. I want to add these two complex types. Print A plus B. So what is that? 6 plus 9j is there. But generally, complex data type, okay, we cannot use in our regular programming. Means how we use int, float, bool, none, all this data structure in our upcoming sessions also. I'm not going to use it anywhere in complex data type. So we can use complex data type generally in scientific applications and electrical engineering applications and MATLAB embedded programming. There we can use complex data type. For doing complex operations, mathematical equations, and scientific computation purpose, we use complex. But apart from complex, we will use these data types very normally in everywhere in our upcoming programming. So these are basic data types in Python. And coming to the sequence data types. Sequence or data structures, we can call it as. These are all data structures or sequence data types. Now coming to this, today we'll talk about basic information about string. So what is string? String is a sequence of characters or group of characters. String is a sequence of characters or group of characters. How to create string in Python? Okay, string can be yes. Before that, str represent string in Python. Str represents string in Python. String can be represented with str only. Better. String can be represent with str. Str only. Str we can call it as. String means string not. Okay. Python string data type is str only. String can be created by using single quotes or double quotes or triple single quotes or triple double quotes. This is the way to create a string. Generally, commonly used pattern for creating string is double quotes only. Even single quote also not recommended. But why we use this triple single quotes and triple double quotes? If you want to create a string for multiple lines in the sense number of lines or paragraphs, starting ending, we can use this. For multi-line string creation purpose, we use this structure, this option. And normally we can create string by using these two double quotes only. So what is string? I'm giving just a basic overview only. There is a lot of discussion is required on string. String manipulations are there. It will take 2 days to discuss complete on string only. Lot of functions available on string. Not only string, lot of data. These are all list data structure that many functions we have to discuss in detail. But at this moment, why I'm not talking in detailed discussion, because this list, tuple, set, dictionary, and so on, you should have the knowledge of operators concept, and you should have control statements like if, if loop, while loop, nested for loop, all these logical things. If you know, then you can understand this further discussion. So that's what I have a proper plan. What first we need to teach, and then after what. Okay, you just leave it to me. That part I will take care of it. So string is sequence of characters or group of characters. String can be represented with str in Python. Str means string only. Str can be created by using what? These options. Let me create one string here quickly. S is my string. I'm just giving only string is Durga. Print S. If you want to know the type of S, every time type of S is not required. Type function. Just I want to know that whether it is string or not. You have to understand what type it is. Str type of Durga. You can also create string using double quotes. This is also string, no? Yes, it is also string. You can also create a string with a triple quotes. Now you can see Durga Saaf. Generally, this can be used, triple quotes can be used for multi-line string purpose. For example, Durga Saaf, Hyderabad, okay, Maitrivanam, like this. Once I run this, we got this multi-line string. Even we can use triple double quotes also we can use. No problem with that. Triple quotes. Okay, triple double quotes. It's possible. But notice one thing. You can just remember yesterday's session. In the last session, I told you clearly comment section in Python is what? Starting with triple quotes, ending with triple quotes, I said. Okay, you just go back here. Comments in Python. Multi-line comments are available. Multi-line comments. Multi-line comment is what? Starting triple quotes, ending triple quotes. But will it be treat comments, sir? No. So when it will be treat comment, we are assigning this, all the things, all the values. I'm assigning this value to the variable s. Then it will represent a string only. In case if I don't assign value to this, then it will become a comment. Note this point. Okay. I'm not assigning this triple quotes ending with triple quotes value to any variable. That's what it is commenting. It is treated as comment. Once we assign this value to variable, then it will not a comment. It is a string only. Okay. So either you can multi-line string purpose. Generally, we can use triple quotes, and normally single line string purpose we use this option only. So why don't we recommend single quotes in the sense? Just observe here. My requirement is I want to print Durgas in output window. Durgas means apostrophe. This also I would like to consider as a string only. Whenever I include apostrophe it's here, so there is a problem. Okay, syntax error is coming. So wherever you use apostrophe within the single quotes, you have to use slash. When we use this backslash, then it will be considered as it is also a part of string only. So every time we need not to use this backslash, no. So Durgas is coming now. You can see apostrophe, including apostrophe s. So if to avoid this situation, every time we need not include slash. So better to include double quote and include single quote. This will be work. Now you can see Durgas here. Class str only. So this is the option here. So this is complete basic string data structure, basic points only, but not finished because it will take 2 days to complete all string manipulation. I said no. Yes. Sir, as a new to Python programming, how do I know that what functions we can apply on string? Okay. So to know complete functions list which we can apply on string, simple. You have to pass this command. Print dir means directory function of str. Str means you want to know that str function, string functions, then we can apply str. So you get complete string functions list in Python. See, observe here. These are starting underscore, ending underscore functions are special methods of string or magic methods of string only. And the main method directly which we can apply are these are the main methods like capitalize, case fold, center, ends with, starts with, find, replace, okay, partition, or split lines, starts with, many functions are there. Each and every function we have to discuss. That's what I said. It takes 2 days. 2 days to complete string manipulations. Okay. So these functions, but we are getting only functions list and of string only. Sir, what about list? Can I get list functionalities? Yes, any data structure you can supply here. LIST, list data structure, I'm supplying. I can get the list data structure, list manipulation, list functionalities. List is having these functions, append, clear, copy, count, extend, all this we have to discuss. So any data structure, tuple also I'm taking. Tuple functionalities we are getting. Got my point? Yes. But sir, we are getting only string data structure, its functionality we are getting, means functions we are getting. What type of functions we can apply. But how I can apply, I don't know about in this case. But to know complete information about string functionalities, then simply we have to use one more option is there. Help of str. Help is a built-in function in Python. You can get any data structure, any object help of str. So once I execute help of str, so what will happen? String related functions and its syntaxes with description. You can read it, you can understand it, you can apply into your program. Everything is in your hands on. Okay, nowhere we have to search. So completely help of str means help of str. String functions and descriptions, you can understand it and you can implement it immediately, instantly in your application. Same here, list help if you want. LIST, list data structure. So list help also you'll get complete list functionalities and it is descriptions, what function, what is written, everything will be display here. Okay, you can read it and you can understand it, you can apply it. So this is what only for functions list you will get. What data structure is having what functions, you will get this by using this. Print dir is a function of str. This is what complete information you will get from the data structure, help of list only here. Okay, this is about the completely basic sequence data type like string only. In next session, I'm going to discuss tomorrow like all these data structures in basic discussion. What is list, how to create them, difference between list and tuple is what, how to create tuple, how to create set, what are the syntaxes are there. I'll explain you clearly in next session. No worries at all. And but for tomorrow's session, you should contact to Durgasoft immediately because this link will be changed today itself because the link is expired. Link is going to expire today now. Okay, this is the 5th demo. No? So that's all. And tomorrow onwards, we will provide a short link from our side. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Pratik Kulkarni. Yeah, no worries at all. Once you've done that, no problem. Today I will collect your mail IDs, those who already enrolled for this course. Okay. So don't worry. So I will send from my side recording videos and a soft copy of material up to now what we discussed. You just wait for end of the day. And those who
Okay,
not
thank
enrolled,
you.
so yeah, those who not enrolled still, then you can please try to enroll by today itself. And tomorrow you will get a new link. You can join on that link only. For new link, please consult to Durgasoft team.
Sir, the admin numbers you had shared, so we have to consult them for the new link, right? After payment of fees.
Yeah. That's 9246212143, which I given you. So
Yeah,
actually,
because
that is
yeah,
not
because I
admin.
contacted them actually 9246212143.
9246212143.
Yes. I actually dropped them a text. It's been like more than 24 hours, I guess. So
No.
I'll
Actually,
mail.
the problem is that is not admin person number. That is my counselor number.
Okay.
Who is going to deal with my batches only, especially. So
Okay.
my she's very busy with attending all calls of my students and follow-ups, all those things. So that's what may not be possible to lift your call. No problem. You
Okay.
can send a mail or WhatsApp. She can reply now.
Okay. So I don't need to, I mean, I'll just send a reminder to the same person for the link because I don't want to miss the class again. So, um,
No.
okay.
Undoubtedly, that will not happen. You can leave it to me. I'll take care of it.
Okay. Thank you.
So see you tomorrow.